The North Atlantic is calm. Too calm. The luxury cruise liner Astrid Sun glides across black glass water under a pale aurora that ripples like something breathing beneath the sky. Inside, champagne glasses clink, laughter spills across polished decks, and 1,000 passengers drift through floating paradise, unaware they are sailing across a grave older than memory. The captain studies his instruments. A pressure fluctuation blinks across sonar, then vanishes. He frowns. Beneath the hull, far below the reach of light, something vast coils between tectonic scars of the ocean floor. Something ancient shifts in its sleep. The water temperature drops 3 degrees in less than a minute. Fish vanish from sonar. The sea goes empty, silent, waiting. On the observation deck, a child leans over the railing and points into the dark water. Mom, the ocean is moving. At first it looks like a shadow sliding beneath the surface, stretching impossibly long, wider than the ship itself. The aurora reflects off the water, revealing ridges, scales, a spine that bends like a continent cracking apart. The ship's stabilizers shudder. The engines groan as the vessel drifts sideways against currents that should not exist. In the control room, alarms whisper awake. Sonar screams. The readout doesn't show a creature. It shows a wall. A living, moving mountain circling the ship at impossible speed. Crew scramble. Passengers feel the vibration through the deck, like a distant earthquake traveling through steel bones. Then the ocean bulges. The water rises in a slow swelling dome around the ship, as if something colossal is surfacing without breaking the surface. The captain orders full thrust. Propellers churn white chaos, but the liner moves nowhere. Something brushes the hull. The entire ship tilts 5 degrees as if nudged by a god's fingertip. Below deck, lights flicker. Guests freeze mid-step as a deep metallic groan echoes through the vessel, a sound like the ship itself is screaming. In the ballroom, chandeliers tremble, scattering diamonds of light across terrified faces. The sea erupts. A titanic coil breaches the surface, armored in glistening obsidian scales carved with scars from battles older than human history. Jörmungandr rises. The Midgard serpent. Its body stretches across the horizon, circling endlessly, its mass displacing entire swells of ocean. Each scale is the size of lifeboats. Barnacles and deep-sea parasites scatter as it rises, shedding centuries of darkness. Its eye opens. A burning molten gold iris the size of a swimming pool locks onto the cruise liner. Every passenger who sees it forgets how to breathe. The serpent exhales. A gale-force burst of ancient brine and decay sweeps the deck, knocking passengers to the ground. Its coils tighten beneath the ship, lifting the liner inches from the water, bending reinforced steel like soft bone. Engines scream as propellers spin uselessly in air. Emergency sirens ignite in frantic red pulses. The serpent's body constricts again, and the hull cracks with a thunderous report. Glass explodes across observation decks. Water begins to pour into lower compartments. Crews shout evacuation orders that dissolve into panic. Lifeboats lower crookedly, crushed between coils that move like slow, unstoppable tectonic plates. The serpent moves its head closer, towering above the smokestacks, blotting out the aurora. Its breath fogs the decks in freezing mist. Its gaze sweeps across the ship with alien intelligence, ancient and indifferent. A low rumble emerges from its throat, a sound that vibrates through marrow and memory, awakening primal terror buried deep in human DNA. The ship's power grid fails. Darkness swallows the liner except for emergency strobes flashing across towering scales. The serpent tightens once more. The hull splits. A violent fracture races from bow to stern, tearing luxury suites apart as freezing ocean floods inside. Passengers scramble across tilting decks as the ship begins to fold inward like a collapsing skeleton. The serpent shifts its coil, guiding the broken vessel downward, dragging it slowly beneath the surface as if reclaiming an intrusion into sacred waters. People leap into the sea only to find themselves suspended between towering coils that block every direction. The water churns with undertow created by the serpent's immense body. The liner's stern rises vertically into the air, lights flickering one final time before vanishing beneath the black ocean. Screams dissolve into bubbles. Silence returns. Jörmungandr lowers its head, observing the sinking debris and scattering lifeboats drifting like fallen leaves. For a moment, the serpent remains still, its endless body encircling the disaster site like a living horizon. Then it exhales, releasing a plume of bioluminescent organisms disturbed from abyssal depths, turning the water into a glowing graveyard. Slowly, the Midgard serpent submerges. Its colossal coils descend layer by layer into eternal darkness. The glowing particles fade. The ocean smooths. The aurora continues dancing above calm waters as if nothing happened. Rescue satellites scan empty coordinates hours later. They find no wreckage, no survivors, only a sudden drop in ocean temperature and a sonar anomaly shaped like a ring large enough to encircle continents. Far below, deeper than sunlight or memory, the serpent coils once more around the world, returning to its endless watch, waiting for the day it rises again to herald the end of everything.